Alright, so we're a few steps ahead of starting, but we are putting in a 2-inch lifted set of Dobson front springs and struts in the Mercedes X250d / NP300 D23 Mercedes Navara. What did you pay for the whole kit?
$1,000.
About $1,000 front and rear. He's already done the rears at home, but we just had to compress some springs and redo the struts for the front. That's what we're doing. The back gained considerable clearance because it was actually eating into this poor back driver's side tyre on the inner guard. You see the nice shiny new blue and yellows in there. So I'll try and video what we get through without racing too far ahead, but this is basically how you change them. Alright, so disconnect the sway bar from the sway bar links, both sides. So we've actually lifted the whole front of the car to do this. Got a compressor on the actual whole spring strut assembly. That should be, once the screwdriver's out, I mean the professional drift that went in there to pull that in and out. There you go, that's disconnected. So now we're going to undo the 3 bolts on the top hat up there, and we've got to reuse that top hat because they don't supply one, but they supply the spring strut assembly for us to put back in. So we will have to undo that one up top. A bit bigger, a bit too big. And we'll get that out and we'll disassemble these on the ground. Don't go too far. It's progressing. Yeah. No, it's spinning, I think. Bang a bit more on the compressors and we'll hopefully see it drop out of that rubber there. See how it's shrinking out. Yep. No, we probably get that now. What's that size there? So you're going to have to put a spanner on that, and a spanner on that. Alright, so the part number for these from this supplier is C45 278, as you can see there. For the springs, the shock's got another number. Yeah, there's another one for the shocks. I've linked to these in the video description so you can get hold of one. And there's the part number for them. Yeah, quite good to fit. They were, yeah, it's a pretty simple kit. Anything you got to keep out of all your old stuff is the top hats, and yeah, everything else comes in these boxes. So yeah, if you want one, grab one in the link in the description, and it keeps the channel ticking away. Thanks for watching. So shock absorber's rotating and not giving us any love, so we're just going to have to twist the shock absorber off by holding the top hat's nut and turning the shock to get it out, so that we can save that top hat for reinstallation. So take the washer off and then the rubber off, and then the top hat will follow. And then that washer's rubber may not come in the kit, so you may need that piece there as well, but that's the main thing you need. You need the top hat and the spring seat. So here's our 2 coils, Black Bean Factory, Blue Bean Dobinsons. You can see the major difference here is in the thickness of the coil rather than the actual standard outright length. We'll have a look at the struts side by side as well. The base plates are basically in the same place. A little bit higher on the Dobson one, not a great deal though. But combine that little bit of height difference with a massively thicker spring that's going to hold a lot more weight up rather than letting it sag. And that's how you get your 2 inches of lift. Alright, we've got a side in. Just about to lift the lower control arm wishbone setup up, get that bolt in there, and we'll be laughing. Alright,
That one? No, that's that one.
No, that's the
That's that one.
lower
This
control. Yeah. So we get that done back up. That's got a locator that's got to go back in its hole to stop that side spinning. Doesn't that look good with the yellow and blue? So bright. Be interesting to see how much of that you can see hanging out of the guard. It's probably not a great deal, because the strut tops are actually down in the wheel arch rather than on top. I actually opened the bonnet for no reason. Alright, so we've got a after. The setup's in there, you can just see them, so they don't stand out too bad, which is nice. But it's been a huge improvement in how far that is up out of the arch. That's made a massive difference. It will settle a little bit, we haven't driven it anywhere yet. Literally just put it on the ground. But yeah, these are constant load 50 kilo plus. So they're made for adding accessories to your vehicle. So you add a winch or a second battery or whatever, they counteract the additional weight and keep you with a good spring rate. Yeah, that's made quite a huge difference. So that's 2 inches front and rear now, and obviously bigger tyres. Gets the X250 off the ground a bit. Yeah, that's... Be interesting to know the angle difference on the top wishbone. You can see the alternator, the air intake. Yeah, so there's obviously a massive height difference just with a couple of inches. And yeah, we'll report back further on down the track when I know what it rides like. And yeah, next thing I suppose will be a tyre upgrade. Yeah, there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next vid.